welcome to Curbcast. This is the next episode, and here today I have a good friend that just wandered in the studio. We have Denim Forseth.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Okay, good deal. I'm so glad you're in here today. You are the first long-haired blonde person we have in the studio. How does that make you feel?
Blonde with long hair.
Blonde with long hair,
Yeah.
Be proud of it. Be proud.
My dad says otherwise.
Oh, well, hey, we all have reputations we got to hold on to, so, I'm proud of you for holding it.
Thanks, Dad.
All right, so Denim right the bat is a guitarist that also goes to Full Sail and that is actually currently in my band, Nightlife, or our band.
Your
I
band,
guess.
yeah.
I'm about to say our band,
You
my
better
band.
change that real quick, boy.
So let's talk about the guitar life. Tell me all about it. Where did you start with it?
Years ago, it was about 9 years ago, my neighbor, he played guitar, and one day I said I wanted one, and then he had an old one he didn't use, and he was like, "You want it?" I'm like, "Sure," and I started playing that night. He showed me "Smoke on the Water," the first song I learned, and then
Great song.
yeah, and then I found out my grandpa, he played guitar, and so he showed me a lot, and I started taking lessons, and then that's about it. Now I'm here.
How long, how many years can you say that you've been on, strumming strings?
Probably about 9. I think 9's a good guess.
9 years.
Yeah.
Man, that's close to me. I'm rocking 10 on the drums, but yeah, I got to say you're a very, very, impressive guitarist.
Oh,
Usually
thank
when
you,
we're
sir.
playing together, I'll be going to a simple ride beat, and before you know it, I'll be going to a hardcore like AC/DC style, and you don't even flinch, like you know what to do immediately. So
Thank you.
it's a good thing to get a band going somewhere. So
Yeah.
appreciate that one.
Yeah, no, you're like the next Neil Peart, just without the same name. But,
Ooh wee, I can't wait.
ooh, were you Rick?
So you're saying your neighbor just gave you a guitar?
Yeah, it was like one of those. It was like kind of like a first act, but like it was by Fender.
Oh yeah.
But it was, it was a nice guitar. It was a great guitar to start with. Very nice of him to just give me it one day.
Yeah, really is nice of just a neighbor like that. Were you guys was the neighbor close to the family or?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've been family friends for ever since we moved into that neighborhood.
Okay, good.
So yeah, it was a little bullet Strat, nice guitar. I still have it. It's my old house, but yeah, it's a nice guitar. Very nice. It's black and white,
Huh.
so it's perfect.
Very cool.
Good way to
Nice.
start out.
Well, awesome. I love good neighbors, man. They really bring out the best when it comes to your neighborhoods.
They do. They do. They do.
All right, so you've been saying that you've been playing the guitar for 9 years. Has it more been an off and on process, or have you just been going straight for 9 years?
The first 2 years is more just kind of like me, just messing around in my bedroom, just like listening to songs, just like playing random things to them.
Figuring
Solos
out.
that didn't sound good at all, but to me,
Right.
as a kid starting out, I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. And then my mom was like, "Hey, you want to get lessons?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And
I got to move up.
yeah, I got lessons. The easiest way to pick up chicks to play guitar. So
Amen. Would you
Now-
did you want to learn guitar for like how it sounded, how it felt, to get chicks? Why did you want to learn guitar?
I wanted to learn drums.
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 No
always
way.
did because I like loud things. So drums always a kind of thing for me. And one day, neighbor offered me a guitar. I wanted to play, so I picked it up, and then I just kept with it.
Huh.
So yeah, like when we were at band practice, I'm on your drums a lot. That's
Yeah.
why. 'Cause I like drums. They're awesome.
Secretly have a drummer inside you.
No longer a secret now.
Oh, that's very cool. I gotta give you respect for that.
Oh, thank you.
Being behind the set is so much fun, especially when you got people to listen and watch and see. I always like to just show what I can bring to the table. That's why I love to be an entertainer.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to we gotta follow like the Red Hot Chili Peppers thing. All their crazy stunts they did.
Oh yeah, just bring up the publicity left and right, socks with cocks and all
Yeah.
that fun stuff.
Yeah, that's my goal one day.
Maybe one day we'll make that our tradition.
Maybe
Or maybe socks on the heads. I don't know.
only the head.
Only our heads. Yeah, just cover up our hair and everything.
Yeah, there you go.
So pushing the 9 years, I gotta ask, where does your musical background come from? Did you start it on the family, or is there somebody in the family, that as huge musician? Where does it come from?
Ooh. I have a lot of musicians on both sides of my family. My great grandfather, my mom's side, he played the trumpet, and my uncles, they both play guitar. My one uncle is a great drummer. He's been playing for God knows how long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. It's just like he's played the Beach Boys, I believe,
Oh,
before.
cool.
So he's been around. He's been around. He's played a lot. My dad's dad, my grandfather, he plays guitar, and so he's playing for about 40 years. I think he said about 40 years he's been playing guitar, and so I guess I had a lot of music in my family, so just something I wanted to pick up.
Yeah, man, keep the tradition going. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, is it the family itself? Are you a big family? Are you a little family? Where do you come from?
I'm born from I was born in Pine Bush, New York.
All right.
So it's a little town, middle of nowhere. A lot of trees, a lot of trees. It's always good. We didn't have McDonald's. That's how small it was.
Oh,
At
really?
least back then. I don't know about now. Probably
That
just
teeny of a town.
one. Yeah, it's like, I think it was like one traffic light. So
Jeez.
yeah, pretty
How lo-
small.
How long did you stay in New York?
3 4 years, and then my dad got hired down in South Florida, so we hightailed it down there.
Okay, cool. What does your dad do?
He's a police officer.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Respect.
yeah. Uh, kind of wish we stayed in New York.
You
But
think so?
met a lot of good people down in South Florida.
Oh, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Got the Florida Panthers. So
Go Panthers.
yeah, God created hockey, so team. You know.
So does that mean that you're proud of Florida? Like you love that you've lived most of your life down here, correct?
Oh yeah,
And you got respect for the state.
yeah. I mean, it's too hot.
Too hot.
It gets really hot here. Especially if there's like no breeze and just sun's beating down on you. It
It's
can
the sunny
suck.
state, yeah.
And we don't really have too much of a winter. We did this past year for a couple days, but
How was the winter?
this past year I liked it. I mean, got down in 39 a couple of days.
Yeah, a little chilly.
little chilly.
Lasts for like maybe 3 hours, and
Yeah.
you may have been a sleeper in class during those 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah. I like it when it's cold though, so it was good for me. But Florida, it has its perks and then it has its downfalls, just like I guess any
Just
state.
like anywhere else.
Any
man.
state.
Everybody's gonna have their pros and cons.
Big pro is Disney and Universal, basically all of Orlando. It's pretty great.
Yeah, the theme parks. There's something to definitely look forward to down here. I
Oh, yeah.
love it.
They're expensive, but I mean, it's worth it.
Yeah, just get yourself a pass, and you're gonna enjoy it for the rest of like the year.
Yeah.
Not to mention the benefits that come with it. All the events, bands, concerts,
Oh God, yes.
everything that comes with these theme parks. I think they're worth it. I'm gonna have to get me
Oh,
one
yeah.
here in a bit.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of the beach, but if you like beaches, Florida's, I guess, the state to go.
Oh yeah, that goes without saying. Beaches are where it's at down here.
Yeah. I mean, I've only been to the beach on the East Coast of Florida.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been to the West Coast, but I heard the West Coast is very nice, so I gotta check that out one day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's talk about more about your musical background. You're from a family, a bunch of different musicians. You got a lot of perks under your belt. What is something you want to accomplish with a guitar? Do you want to take it seriously? Do you want to go somewhere with it? Is it just a hobby to you? What is playing the guitar for?
My dream job is being like in a rock band one day. But if I can't be in a band, I would love to be a part of like a live production of a band. So I guess you can say right now it's more of a hobby. And I do take it seriously. I do want to learn a lot, and I do want to be great one day. My two biggest idols are Stevie Ray Vaughan and Sinister Gates from Vince Sevenfold. To be like that one day be the dream, but
Just being on stage and playing for millions of people.
and get paid. And not even the money. I would do it for free, just for fun. It's a
Just to
dream
be
job.
out there.
Yeah, just be out there and do what you love every night.
I think I'd be the same way. I would love to go on tour, travel to different places, and just play for people.
Yeah. If somebody called me, asked me to do it for free one day, I wouldn't hesitate. But yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah, sure.
I
Give me
mean,
the address.
don't get me wrong, money's a perk, but I mean, you gotta enjoy life.
Yeah, you want at least taste of something.
Oh God, yes. Oh,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess that brings to the question, because I mentioned that you're going to Full Sail, and what major are you in?
I am in show production.
Show production.
Bachelor's.
And just like me, as you said, it'd be great to be on stage and doing that for a living, but if that can't happen, you at least want to work with the stage in some way.
Oh yes, I would. I love lighting. I love going to a concert and seeing all the lights they have.
Yeah, I was just about to say there's a lot of different things that comes to a show. You know, you
Oh
got your
yeah.
video and the audio and the lights, but lighting is your area.
Yeah, I love lighting. I don't know much about. I don't know much about anything right now because we just started out.
Right.
Or I just started out in show production, but I mean, I'm learning a lot, and so hopefully one day I'll be able to be a lighting designer for a band or tour, or just a freelance lighting designer. I'd love to do that one day.
It'd be pretty
But,
boss.
yeah, it'd be awesome. That'd be great. But I'll do anything. If I get a call one day to do audio or video or broadcasting, I would. Yeah, I'll be there. It's not an issue.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well-
And pyro. I like pyro.
Pyro.
That's fun.
Why pyro exactly?
It's fun. I mean, what guy doesn't like fireworks?
I can't agree more. Just
I mean,
blowing stuff up,
blowing
man.
stuff up.
Like,
It's like in our blood. I don't know why.
I think that just like the inner human in general, just to like see things just disperse in a fashionable order in the air. I think that's pretty dope.
And loud things too. That's a pretty good thing to have.
Yeah. Everybody likes a good boom.
Oh yes, yes sir.
Well, let's talk about more about the musical era that we're going into here. You were speaking of Avenged Sevenfold and who was the other one?
Steve Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. Who are your favorite artists, including those guys? You know, who are your influences?
I do get a lot of crap for this band, but I do love Nickelback.
Oh no,
Always have. That's like the first rock band I ever got into. So when I was younger, my mom she played "How You Remind Me" on the radio one day, and
Uh-huh.
that was it. I just clicked on to Nickelback and always I just fell for them immediately. And then the first genre of music I really got into though was country with my dad. He got me into country because that's all he used to. That's the only thing he used to listen
He's a
to.
big country fan.
Oh yeah, big country fan, and so I got into that. But Johnny Cash, easily my favorite singer of all time, without doubt in my mind.
He's the number one.
Number one, right there. And
Why is that?
just the Man in Black, man. He's awesome singer, great singer. Love his songs too, great
Yeah,
songs.
Tons of classics.
Oh yeah, grew up off of them. Just, I think he's a favorite singer. Just I think he writes the best songs I've ever heard.
Hey,
Uh,
that's a statement to stand by with your artist. I agree with
Yeah.
you.
I mean, it's all opinionated and things like that, but
Of course.
in my opinion, I think Johnny Cash is easily the best artist of all time. And
I'm
I also
a good
love,
fan of his. I mean, I loved his work.
yeah, I also love Volbeat. That's a Danish band from Denmark, and
Oh yeah.
that's great band. I just love because I saw a review one time. Some guy described him as if Johnny Cash, Elvis, Metallica had a baby, it'd be Volbeat.
Really?
I think that's a pretty accurate, I guess, representation of them. Because, I mean, they have, like, all those sounds. They have like, heavy songs like Metallica, but then they have, like, the riffs, like Elvis or Johnny Cash in there.
No way.
But they make it, like, a little bit heavier, so it sounds, different.
I need to check out some Volbeat then.
Yes, sir.
Is it in English?
Yeah, they sing in English.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I definitely want to check out Volbeat. That sounds nasty. I'll definitely be into that.
I don't think nasty is the best adjective for that, Kirby.
Oh, what do you think would be best?
Disgusting.
Oh yeah, totally disgusting, bro. Totally.
Gotta add to that.
So Johnny Cash is the king for you, and then right behind him is Volbeat, and the main reason because Volbeat shares a lot of, I guess, musical theory of genre with Cash.
Yeah.
That 70s country / rock with it.
Yeah, the guy has Michael Polston. He has a voice kind of like Elvis.
No way.
Yes.
Okay, so he's got that
The-
deep.
the-
Lives on that face.
yeah.
Okay.
That one. That's what he has. But then he has. He also can change his voice a little bit. Sound like Johnny Cash, and then he can do like heavy growling. Do like some Metallica stuff. This guy's all over the place, but it sounds good.
Surprised I haven't heard of these guys yet.
Yeah, they're
How big of a band? I mean, 4-man, 5-man?
four.
4.
Well,
Your traditional rock band then.
yeah. You got a singer who is also the guitarist. You got another guitarist. You got a bass player. You got a drummer. They're huge in Europe. I know that. They're huge over there because, they're from there.
Yeah, that's their roots.
Yeah. They're getting big over here. I know they play, like, arenas and stuff over here a lot with, like, Death Punch and and Anthrax and stuff like that. Their lead guitarist used to be a guitarist for Anthrax, but I'm not sure if it was lead or rhythm.
But he played with them, huh?
Yep,
Oh,
Rob
cool.
Caggiano.
That's definitely a good thing to have under your belt. No wonder the band's getting somewhere.
Yeah, got Anthrax.
And the riffs are pretty badass.
I think so. I like them.
What song would you recommend by Volbeat? Especially for a new guy like me, what's the first song I should look up to get hooked?
I'd say $16. $16.
$16.
Yes.
Do you know how many albums they push?
I want to say it's 4 right now.
4. Okay.
Pretty sure I'm 4.
It's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's a lot of content out there for me and anyone else who's interested in Volbeat. I'll definitely got to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, as us playing together, I've noticed that you're a big man when it comes on stage. You like your presence where it is, and you're like a traditional player too. You know, the way you pick and strum. You seem like you're pretty comfortable up there. Does playing guitar live, is it natural to you? Do you feel comfortable when you're on stage?
Yeah, I guess. I not really too afraid of being in front of crowds or anything like that. I just kind of got over that. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal.
Just it wasn't you never really got butterflies.
I used to, and then I kind of realized, wow, I need to man up.
What's
So-
the point of sweating over it?
Exactly. So I did, and I just really don't. I just kind of focus on the instrument, more or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
I'm not really one. You see those rock bands that I'll run around the stage, do some crazy things. I'm more kind of like, I like standing here and just playing my instrument.
Just
I like to walk around.
Everybody look at me, listen what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
That type of style.
Yeah, that's why we got you in the back, just like slamming crap, going crazy.
I try my best.
Yeah, you're the show. Everybody else the music. I'm just kidding.
I'm a crazy one. I get it. I'm Flea. I get it. I do want to know, when you're on stage, do you play for you or do you play for them? By them, as in I mean the listeners, the crowd, the ladies that are throwing stuff at you. Who do you play for?
I have a girlfriend, so I'm gonna say the men.
Oh,
I'm gonna say the men, but
you do
A
it
little
for
bit
the
both.
fans?
yeah, a little bit. I mean, yeah, I like to play for myself too, just because it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. But
Watch yourself grow on stage. I feel you.
yeah. But yeah, no, I like. It's fun to entertain people. I'm sure you've been a drummer for a while.
Yeah.
Entertaining is fun.
Yeah, it's a blast. I love hearing people clap afterwards,
It
cheering,
makes you feel good.
asking me how long I've been doing it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's-
Then you
yeah.
respond with too long, and
It is a good feeling getting props for what you love doing.
yeah, definitely.
It's no wonder, having a career out of it would be a blast. I guess another question could be, is that what is a challenge, as a musician, you've had your gigs and, the bands that you've been in, what is a challenge that you go through sometimes? Is it whether it's band practice or contracts, managers, the girlfriend? What are the challenges that, as a big guitarist goes through?
I think right now, because Full Sail. I don't know if many people know, but the schedule there, it's
It's bonkers.
I guess hell is the understatement. It's rough. We fit a semester's worth of hours into a month, and sometimes we'll have 3 classes, so 3 semesters in a month.
When the class will start at 11, a.m. and doesn't end till 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
It's hard because I do that and I do homework, and after that I just kind of want to sleep. It's kind of hard to get practice in band practice, especially if you have a bunch of different members. It's hard to get all of our schedules aligned.
You're here for a career, but at the same time, you want to try to do
Other things.
yeah.
You want to learn other things, and you never know. Maybe while you're here, band gets big, and
You could be the ticket to shoot up.
exactly. And there's some amazing musicians here at Full Sail.
There really
Amazing.
is. I've thanks to you and our other band members, I've met all because I've been in multiple bands. I can't say how many like number wise, but coming to Full Sail, I was a little bummed because I had to break up with my bandmates that I had.
Yeah.
And because we're all going our separate ways, going to college. And then when I came down here, I was like, man, there are so many musicians. Like this is just a cesspool of just rock stars everywhere. Like I
Yeah.
gotta be a part of this.
Yeah, it's the diversity here with every type of music too.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got your rappers, and you're gonna have your rock heads, you're gonna have your metal heads, and then, you may even have the EDM DJs, which are, just a dime a dozen here. Not saying anything bad about it, but
No, but
it's
they're
so
everywhere.
cool. Like,
Yeah,
I've learned so many different things about different types of music.
yeah.
And I'm glad that's one of the millions of perks from Full Sail. Uh, I want to talk about how we got our little band together. The band's name is Nylai, and
I don't know
maybe
what
you
you're
can help
talking
me.
about.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, maybe I can help you with that. Pushing the ideas about how we got together, because we have a lot of fun, and I'm seeing us, we're really shining. But man, the process of getting everything to where we are now was just a pain. I remember in our
Was.
second month of Full Sail, I forget what class we had, but I remember just talking about it. I knew that you were guitar. You would show me pictures of your instruments, how you've been playing forever, and I was like, "Hey, same here. I got some good equipment. I would love to get somewhere with it." And I remember we were looking for bass players, and there was this one certain guy in our class that, oh man,
Ocean Man.
take me by the hand. He was a handful. Well, we'll do him a favor and not say his name, but oh
Of course,
man.
of course. Nice guy. Nice guy.
Oh yeah, real sweetheart to the words and to the lips, but dude, this is a dude that would like, well, he was engaged, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's engaged, but he said that he played bass player forever, which there's nothing wrong with being engaged, but
It's something wrong to be a bass player, though.
oh yeah, definitely.
That's an issue here.
You can't do both. You can't do
No,
both.
you shouldn't do bass anyway.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
shots fired. Nothing wrong with being engaged. Love's great, but the fact that the dude was younger than me, 18 years old, and he's confessing his love for this girl, but he's all like, "Yeah, I would love to be in a band with you guys." And we're like, "Okay, cool, that's neat." And then when he told us more about his ideas and how he wanted everybody in the band to like play acoustic guitar at
Yeah.
one show, I'd be like, "Dude, like, but this isn't Shinedown. You need to calm down."
Hey, I love Shinedown. Don't bash on that. We're gonna have a problem here, Kirby.
Oh no, Shinedown's amazing, man.
Damn right.
But finding a bass player was a bit tough, and
Yeah.
our current bass player, Griffin Duran or DJ Irk or Urkel Hansen.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that kid can play literally any instrument I've ever heard of
He's pretty musically talented.
with ease too. Like I've seen him pick up a bass, and then I've seen him pick up a guitar, shred a solo, pick up a bass, somehow shred like a crazy solo on a bass, and then play the piano, and then make some hot beats on his laptop.
Like he
all in the
was
same,
made
like, 5
to
minutes.
produce. He really
Yeah.
was.
It's crazy how some people have that
Like-
kind of talent.
Like I'm so lucky that we found him.
Oh yeah,
Because
definitely.
Finally, these Griffin would just hang out with us, and we'd be over here with our conundrum, going, "Oh man, we gotta find a bass player. We're gonna need to find all these different people." And then Griffin's like, "Well, I know how to play bass," and we're like, "Okay, do you know how, or are you just saying if we need a bass player, you will be there?" He's like, "No, let me prove it to you." Then we go to the music store.
And he proved it.
He's a freaking animal.
Yeah,
and we're
it's like where have you been hiding there?
yeah,
Does your
if you don't-
dad's name happen to be Flea?
If you don't mind, if you just want to hop on, that'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, it was great. It's funny because we were looking for one. He never said he didn't say
didn't
anything
say
for a while,
anything,
and then all of a sudden he's
yeah.
like, I can play for you guys." It's like, oh, awesome.
Like,
Can you play? And sure enough,
just-
DJ Irk can.
he can slap, pick, pluck. He can do it all. So
It's not
thankful
fair.
he's on the team. And then also we have Kyle, who's our rhythm, and he's just like,
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, when it comes to like listening by ear or easily just picking up, like he can just pick it up and go. It's pretty impressive. Like
Yeah.
anybody can play the guitar, but Kyle,
What are you trying to say there?
I'm saying you suck. That's what I'm saying.
Easy Man's instrument.
No, I tried guitar, man. My dad bought me a guitar for like my 14th birthday.
Uh-huh.
I tried playing it for a week. I just stopped. I said, I'll stick to my main instrument.
Stick to the drums. Nice.
He bought me like a $100 guitar from Best Buy.
The first act ones.
It wasn't even first act. It was
Oh.
like a
Other brands.
Yeah, and it was cheap too. It was an off. It had the word Fender on it,
Oh,
but there's no way this thing was a Fender. It was an
yeah.
off-brand something. And to all my other friends out there that played guitar, they were like, "Yeah, dude, this thing sounds like crap." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, the
No.
amp was big as a shoe that came with it. Maybe that didn't help. I
So
don't know."
mine was, I had a amp the size of basically like a small backpack, basically a purse. I mean, it was something. I mean, I don't expect the best equipment when you first start out.
Right.
But yeah, especially with going back to like DJ Eric and Kyle. Like Kyle, I've seen him listen to a song and he can name me the scales, name me the chords, what number chords they are, what key we're in, and the
And I'm just sitting there
time.
fascinated by
Yeah,
it.
and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can play it if you tell me. I can't listen to a song and just pick up. Like, I mean, if I listen to a song, I can play it, but I can't tell you what it is. I
Yeah,
can't tell you
can't
what
tell me
scale
what scale
or
or
what key. I can tell
major
you.
it's in.
Yeah, I can tell you can play this chord and this one after that one, but I don't know what key we're in. It's a skill, very useful.
Didn't you once tell me that there's some other famous guitarist out there that does the exact same thing? Who was it? He says that I can't,
Drawing a blank.
I think it was the Vince Semfold, right?
Was it?
It was saying
I
that
believe so.
he told me like he was in an interview and he was like, I can't exactly tell you the notes how to play this song.
But I can play it.
Yeah, I can play it. If you want, you can videotape me, like watch my fingers, I guess. But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna tell you where.
Just a big blur on that.
Yeah.
On the neck. But especially with they play. Kyle plays the guitar very very well.
Yeah, he's very good.
Griffin, he plays
Everything.
every instrument. But a lot of people, when they play a lot of instruments, they don't play them like amazingly. At least what I've seen, they don't play them like great. He plays them just as good as anyone else.
Right.
But he plays like all these different instruments, and it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I think
to play these
people out
guys.
there, it's like they want to learn all these different instruments just so they can have it under their belt. Which use it as a bragging right, use it as to your advantage. It's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I know one guy. He's a friend of mine. He lives down in Alabama. His name's just Noah, and dude's amazing when it comes to musicians. He can basically use any type of like instrument when it comes to keys, guitar. What did we do? He had an accordion. Like we were just playing around with a little accordion, where it has
Yeah.
like keys on the one hand and then the plugs on the right. Dude could play all that, and it just turns out he just sits. A lot of the time, he just sits there and just dissects the instrument.
Yeah.
And like he makes me like his main instrument is keys.
Yeah.
Okay, well the dude still makes me feel self-conscious when he hops on a set. I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh.
it's not fair. I mean, it's crazy. Like,
Like I've been going 10 years on this bad boy, and you've been in it for 4, and it's like it still helps me, encourages me to just pick it up a notch.
yeah, that's how I feel when I play with DJ Eric and Kyle, because they can listen to something and pick it up immediately, like they've been playing it their whole life.
Right, and it may be a song that they've never even heard before.
Yeah, and it's awesome that we can just kind of like feed off each other, and they teach me a lot. They teach me a lot about beats and like timing and stuff, chord changes and everything. It's
and
awesome.
I'll admit, I'm kind of the same way when it comes on drums. I can't exactly tell you what type of beat I'm playing.
Mhm.
But if you like beatboxed it or just mouthed it or like hit your knee and said, "Hey, Kirby, do this," I can do it. I can't tell you what type of
Do that.
beat it is. Just smack on the knee
Smack
just
your
like
knee,
that.
yeah.
I can hit the snare once, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. If it's a 3/4 time or
Yeah.
a flam or triplet. I'm not really too sure what exactly those are when it comes to sticks on heads.
Yeah.
But I'm glad enough that I can stay in the band because I can still keep up with you guys on that.
Yeah, you're more of a bench hole.
I'm a bench
Bench
holder.
warm,
I
bench
keep
warm.
it warm.
Yeah.
Oh well, at least nobody's behind me right now,
Yeah.
right?
You know what they say? You gotta change drummers like socks. So,
Ah, dime a dozen. I feel you. Okay.
I don't know. Drummers are not doesn't. It's hard to find a good drummer. Easy to find a good guitarist.
Speaking of what's hard to find is singers, and
Oh God, yes.
yeah, we are so lucky that we actually have found a singer. And at Full Sail, who would have thunk that there's just
Why
Just-
Full Sail? Why would they have a good singer?
yeah,
there?
it's not like they just have millions of musicians coming
Exactly.
every month.
Audio's not like the biggest program there.
But we're talking about our singer Shalee, who is just God just gave her the perfect little lungs on her. She is awesome. She's never been in a band before. She's been recorded a couple times. I think she said she had some relatives that have a studio that just they would use her for backing, I think.
Yeah.
But we got our equipment from Full Sail, and Shirley was just hanging with us. I believe she's a graphic design major, so she is so musically gifted, but she's not even in like the audio area of Full Sail.
Yeah, that's what blows my mind because, good for her doing graphic design because
Yeah.
that's important. It's great. I could never do that. I can't even draw a stick figure. I'll mess up.
Shoot, I suck at
It'd
drawing.
be a squiggly stick figure.
Which, by the way, which is also funny because Urkel Hansen is an amazing
Oh yeah,
artist too.
and he can draw too.
Of course, he can draw.
And apparently he can cook too. From what he said, he can cook pretty well.
Yeah, he cooked for me and my.
He's
my
like
buddy.
the perfect Mr.
Yeah.
Mom.
He's gonna make somebody so proud one
He's
day.
gonna make a great wife one day.
No, real talk. No, Griff, you're awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shlee, that's her name, our singer, Shlee. Ellie Shama, to be exact, but we call her Shlee for short because Ellie Shama is just a bit of mouthful. Shlee's more of a stage name, but we love just saying that anyways. She's a sweetheart. She's like a sister to us, and she can draw too. She's drawn a couple logos for the band.
Oh yeah.
But it's just like, you look at her, and like, I don't know about you, but like when I first looked at her, I didn't see her as a singer.
No.
Maybe
neither
a
did
dancer,
I.
but
yeah.
like, I didn't even look at Shlee as a singer.
No, neither did I. But and we heard her sing one day. It's like, wow. Yeah.
We looked at each other and went, dude, she's got lungs, man.
Yeah. It's crazy. Some people are great at singing. That's why I play guitar.
Hidden talent. Yeah, same here. That's why I hit things.
Yeah, you don't really want to hear my voice. I mean, I sing not well.
I could
but
give you some backup.
Yeah,
I guess. Just don't ask me to go high on anything. I can give you some Johnny Cash all day, babe.
I'm not a very good singer. I still do it, especially in the car.
Oh yeah.
Rocking out. But
Car, shower.
I can't imagine how many videos there are of me in the internet just be singing in my car. There's got to be.
Really?
There's got to be one out there.
I gotta look for that now.
Honey Badger don't care.
Honey Badgers don't care. But Shlee, she's pretty cool, and we're like I said, she's never been in a band before like us, but we're teaching her how to pretty much rock a stage.
Yeah.
She can sing all day, but you got to be entertaining.
Yeah, she's
You
next
can't be
Steven
boring.
Tyler.
Yeah, we'll turn into the female version of Steven Tyler.
Yeah, we got to put like some clothing on her mic stand, have her throw it around the place.
We may have to stretch her mouth out so she gets those big honeycomb lips.
Honeycomb lips. That's
Have
a
you
new
ever
one.
seen that
Never heard
guy's
of that.
mouth?
Oh yeah,
Steven
yeah. I've
Tyler?
seen them live.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
He's got a big old mouth.
I'll never forget. I was on center stage, but I was on the other end of the stadium, and they're on the stage, center stage. So I get
So you've
straight
seen
shot.
Aerosmith live?
Oh yeah, and he sings that mouth thing. It's not fake. You could clearly see it from where I was sitting. It's awesome. Great,
He's got like a
great
bass,
performer.
He's got like bass lips.
Oh yeah, and I highly recommend anybody if you get the opportunity.
Yeah,
Definitely
I
go
would-
see Aerosmith.
I would
They
love to see them live,
for
dude.
being how old they are, they're still jumping off the amp stacks. 12 feet high, jumping down. Probably one of them gonna break their bones one of the days. Just walking. But I mean,
If I was in their shoes, I would not change my routine a bit.
No.
Look at AC/DC, dude.
yeah.
God, they're like bagging bones. Same with the Stones, bagging bones up
Oh.
there, but they can still do it.
Yeah, they still do. And, you have some of these bands that quit after a couple years. Like, you have AC/DC, you got Rolling Stones. They're still going for like 40, 50, 60 years, something like that.
God,
Too long. No, not too long.
don't quote me on it, but I think one of the guys in the Stones is about to hit 80. If I'm
Quoted.
not quoted.
I quoted it.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I got you.
But yeah, they're getting to dinosaur age. But
Yeah.
they shoot. If I was gonna be the same way, I would not let age stop me.
Oh, no. Especially when you're doing what you love.
They're already rich,
Yeah, you make a living off of playing an instrument
right?
and singing.
But they've already made it. At this
Yeah.
point, it's just for them and for the fans now. They're just
Yeah.
having fun at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it too. I would dream job one day, but
Hell yeah, man. Aim for it.
yeah,
I'm right there with you.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of AC/DC, I heard about the singer that
Yeah,
he's gonna like not. Well,
What-
do you know the story?
I heard that he was racing. I read this. I think it was Loudwire, and he was racing cars, Brian Johnson, and didn't use ear protection. Basically, almost blew out his eardrums. Doctors told him, if you keep playing, You have to stop touring, or else your hearing's gonna be gone forever.
Mm.
And so I read, it was yesterday or today maybe, that Rob Halford of Judas Priest
Yeah.
apparently is taking up the role, but that's the only thing I saw on it, so I don't think that's pretty accurate.
I mean, there's so many AC/DC fans. I mean, bands do shut down. It's eventually, everybody's gonna have their shutdown
Motley
moment.
Crue?
Yeah, like Motley Crue. They finally put the.
Unfortunately,
Do you really think they're done though?
you know, I
Metallica said they were gonna do it, and guess what? They're still going.
Kiss has said it multiple times, but
Right. Do you think Motley's
I
actually
think
done?
so because those guys they seem like very adamant to their word. Like they say they're gonna do something, they do it.
They really, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen them twice. They pack a
same.
punch, dude.
That show is crazy. They don't hold out on anything.
Mm-mm.
I can't tell you how many explosions were in that show. Too many.
Pyrotechnics is
Yeah, dude.
over the limit.
It's basically pyrotechnics featuring Motley Crue. But yeah, I think they're done because I know Nikki Sixx has his own band, his side, I guess main band now,
They
6
got-
a.m.
Yeah.
And I like
The
them.
side projects are more of a priority now.
Yeah, 'cause, you're done. Yeah, Vince Neil, I believe he has a band. I think so. Tommy Lee has this like DJing career going on. Mick Mars just Mick Mars. He chills. He just
Women
Drinks
love
wine.
them. So
Yep.
yeah, I think
Great
he's made
guitarist.
it. Yeah.
I think they're done. But what I want them to come back because I would love
Well,
to see
I
Motley
can
Crue
see him
again.
doing just like what any band does,
Reunion tour.
Yeah, time goes by, and I think they're gonna look at like the highlights of their career, and they go,
Yeah.
"You guys want to do just one more tour?
Yeah,
Just one more. We don't have to get paid. Let's just do it for free. Just
yeah.
let's have
Greatest
fun."
hits.
Greatest hits all the time. Well, I hope AC/DC keeps going. Granted,
Me too.
the band is old as dirt,
Yeah,
But I love them to death, and I hope they get somebody that can at least come in. I recently found out that Queen still goes. That they're still touring
yeah. They have
stuff.
like Adam Lambert or something like that as their singer now.
And I didn't know that. I thought Queen was done ever
Yeah.
since Freddie was gone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of them, but it's pretty cool to know that they're still kicking. Which is
Yeah.
good. The worst thing was when I lived down in South Florida, and you get rock bands that go there, but not too many. Most of them go to Orlando, and that's it. They don't go any further down. And AC/DC announced they were going there, but now they have to reschedule or postpone or cancel completely because so I'm like, okay, it kind of worked out. Now I'm not so sad because I can't see them.
Yeah, at least they had their reasons.
Yeah, I mean that's a good reason. Not like, oh, I'm tired.
A bunch of other I remember Bieber saying he was too tired and he canceled the show.
Yeah,
and people,
that kid works. I mean, I have respect for him because
he's made it.
yeah, he's made it and he's young. But I mean, you got people working out here, 60 hours, 70 hours a week, making close to nothing. You're working hour and a half a night, every other night, making millions of dollars, and you're complaining.
I mean, you saw what happened to Dave Grohl that one time, right?
Yeah.
Broke his leg.
Next show, he was sitting there.
Sitting there. Granted,
And
he likes to
played.
move around stage. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
that was tortured him, but dude, that dude cares about his fans.
And that show, he broke his leg. He finished that show.
Ain't that awesome? I remember seeing it a stagehand came up and
Yeah.
propped his leg.
Yeah, propped his leg
Was it
up.
on a chair and an amplifier?
I want to say it was a chair, but I hope it was an amplifier.
I think it was a floor monitor, but I remember seeing it because they were doing the song "It's Times Like These" and he was screaming and he was wobbling in
Great
his
song.
chair. I was I got respect for this dude. If I didn't like him already, I love him now.
Yeah.
Just what a badass. And then you have these other people that technical difficulties, or I'm not feeling it, or I don't like the city. Dude, you don't know how lucky you are to be to get your own face.
Yeah.
Your name's out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think a broken bone, I guess it could be a good way to postpone a concert.
Well, you're a guitarist, and if you break your arm, yeah, there's nothing you can do.
And there's always playback,
Yeah, true.
which isn't, legitimate, but
Yeah. But
Fans get
the
a show.
must go on.
Yeah, you
people
gotta
pay
find
to
a
come
way
see
around
you.
it.
If they like you, I think they deserve it.
yeah, I agree.
was gonna go see Cheap Trick, Def Leppard,
Ooh,
and
Leppard.
I'm trying to remember the third band. It was a triple lineup. Cheap Trick, Def Leppard, and I'm gonna say Poison. I think it was Poison.
it's a good one.
Yeah, I was gonna see them right in Alabama, but they had I think it was in Def Leppard's band that they had a death in the family. So
Oh, wow.
They had to cancel the tour.
Damn.
I was
a
like,
bummer.
wow. Hey, when you lose somebody, it's a shame, but A Death in the Family. Granted, I was like 13. I was just pissed because
Oh no, I would have been pretty
I was,
upset too. Even
I
now,
was all like, "Suck it up," but as I look at it today,
I can't imagine 13-year-old Kirby.
suck it up.
Probably
Come play.
6'2". Says, "Suck it up." Even to this day, if the concert got canceled, I'd be pretty upset.
Oh yeah.
But
man.
I mean,
My mom got those tickets
good
in
reason.
advance. It's not like she won them; she got them like second row. I think we were so excited.
Second row.
I was in middle school. I was so excited, and yeah, Death in the Family. I was like, wow, I didn't know they would cancel a tour like that. But I guess that's the artist's call.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why. It's a good reason, I think.
Yeah,
But
it's better than a dentist's appointment. I agree.
yeah, I saw Cheap open up for Aerosmith. Cheap Trick open up for
Cheap
Aerosmith.
Trick, yeah.
Def Leppard and Kiss on a co-headlining tour.
They always do that.
Yeah, and that was a great show. Kiss is the main people, but Def Leppard was equally as good. I saw who else did I see? Seen a lot of people.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Poison.
I'm jealous of how many concerts you've seen.
Yes, I've been fortunate enough to witness all the things I've seen.
My first concert ever was Motley Crue, and I believe that was in 2009.
That's my second. Nice.
But the only people I've seen is Motley Crue, Mumford & Sons, Foreigner, and I've seen both Motley and Foreigner twice.
Nice.
I love Foreigner. And I'm trying to think if there's anyone that's actually worth mentioning. I haven't gotten that lucky. When it comes to concerts and stuff. But then again, I've never been put in the situation where someone's like, hey, I got Weezer tickets. You want to go see them? I've never been put in the situation.
Yeah.
And I just said, nah, I don't want to stand in the crowd. I almost got to see Tyler, the Creator. I've seen Tyler, the Creator before, but I almost got to see him a second time with Premise.
I can't see you like Tyler, the Creator.
Well, I'm not really big in today's hip hop and rap, but Tyler is so
he's funny, right?
Yeah, he's so damn entertaining. I recommend him to anybody just because how entertaining he is.
Yeah.
I've recently found out that he's more of a producer than a rapper.
Okay.
But when he's live, he's just crazy. He's our age, and the dude's he's just bananas, man. He's funny.
Sweet.
And I love an entertainer. I love entertaining. That's why I would love to see the Stones, just so I can watch that old man.
One day.
Just go back and forth.
Yeah, I've seen
Garth Brooks. That's what I was trying to think of.
Oh, okay. That's a big one.
I'm not really into country, but my folks took me to a Garth Brooks concert, and wow.
Wow, really?
I mean, Motley's up there with the roller coaster drum set.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
But Garth had giant globes inside this stadium that were going about like 20 feet in the air or something. It was high up, and the drummer's in like a giant ball, and he's going bananas. Then the keyboardist and like the two violin players, they're both standing on a platform that's going up slowly, really high up. Like if they stepped off, they would have died.
Ooh.
It was, steep, but it was such a cool show.
Yeah, definitely.
And Garth got the big old gut. He still sounds the same.
Still
like after every song, he was winded. He would like bend over and go, I'm not young, but I can still go. And the crowd would go nuts. He's like, as you could tell, and he would like touch his gut. He's like, I've gained some pounds over the years.
Hey, everyone does.
But if I could, one word to describe that Garth Brooks show was respect.
Really?
Everybody knew every lyric to that guy's song. And he kept saying, now, this is from the first album, the stuff I ever did. And people loved it. Granted, I only knew about 2 songs total that he played.
Yeah.
Which like, and the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. I knew that, and then
Stick the drumming, please.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just kidding.
And the other song was like 2 pina coladas, gotta have one for each.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody went nuts. And of course, he had 2 pina coladas in his hand.
Well, of course you have to.
Great show.
Yeah, my first concert was Nickelback back in 2012.
Can't tell if that was a good start or a bad start.
Well, for me, it's a great start. For the average person, probably not. But for me, it was wonderful. They had, who they have open up? Oh, my God. They had Bush, Seether, and My Darkest Days opener. It's a long concert.
That does
sound like 8 hours long. It was wonderful.
I know all those names, too. So
yeah. Then I saw Motley Crue and Kiss on a co-headlining tour. And I saw, oh, my God. I saw Bon Jovi. Seen Kiss again. Motley Crue again. Death Punch multiple times, Papa Roach. I've been around. I've seen
I'm jealous.
Fall Out Boy Fall Out Boy 4 times. So,
Nice.
yeah, I've seen him. I've been fortunate enough to see a lot, but I don't take that for granted. It's
Yeah, man.
awesome.
That's
Lucky enough.
awesome. Who of that of all these bands? First off, who was the first one you ever saw?
Nickelback.
Nickelback. Okay, that's right. And out of all of them, which one was your favorite? Like the most entertaining one?
It's like asking a parent who their favorite kid is.
Yeah, like I'm sure.
I
that
mean,
is
they
a
have
tough
one, but
question.
they don't want to say it. Wow. First concert's obviously memorable, but I'm more torn between two. One's Fort Rock that I saw in Fort Myers, Florida last year. That one had Slipknot, Godsmack, Papa Roach, and I can't say how many other bands were there.
Dude, Slipknot's freaking crazy.
They are crazy live, great band, love them live.
Yeah, I
And
love
then,
Slipknot.
Yeah, and then the one that's tied with was Death Punch and Volbeat on a co-headlining tour, and that was crazy. And easily the loudest concert I've ever seen in my entire life. My ears are ringing for days after. And, that's not a good thing, but I mean,
But it was worth it.
in the moment it was wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of a hectic day. I got out of school. My dad picked me up. We drove 3 hours up to Orlando. We got here. We saw the band play. We left. Drove 3 hours home because he had to work and I have school the next morning.
Is your dad also into these bands too?
I got him into these bands. I made him take me to this metal concert called Mayhem Festival in Tampa one year
All right.
for my birthday. He can't say no for a birthday, right?
Right.
And so we go, and he sees Death Punch, and now he's a big fan of Death Punch. And then when I took him to see Volbeat, or when he took me really to see Volbeat and Death Punch, after the end of the show, we were walking down. He bought 4 or 5 Volbeat shirts.
Really?
He bought a lot.
For him?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's hooked on them. He listens to them all the time. So
I guess the best way to introduce an artist is to legit
see them
Yeah.
live because they're crazy. But my mom also loves all those bands too. I got her into them. She used to only like pop, and then because of me, she listens to all this metal.
So you got her into modern metal.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like modern metal?
There are a couple bands out there that I'm really fond of, especially Slipknot. I love them.
Yeah, they're weird, but I mean, I've always loved Slipknot. That's the first metal. I mean,
You're right. They're
newer
like an
metal band.
11-man band, but
it's crazy.
But they still they're kick ass. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They're an
bring the
awesome
show.
band.
Yeah, definitely on my bucket list. I want to see Metallica. That's on my bucket list. Before I kick it,
You're gonna have to
when
hurry.
I go in the
too.
dirt, I want to see Metallica.
They're still going. Thank goodness.
They announced a concert today in Minneapolis, which I'm really tempted to go to. It's Metallica, Avenged Sevenfold, and Volbeat. Same night, same stage. So that's
Jeez.
those 3 monsters.
Yeah.
See that in one night. That's worth the plane ticket. I mean, for me,
I'm trying to figure out how much that goes for too.
Uh,
Those are big titles.
those are 3 pretty big titles, and to see them in one stadium under not even a roof, it's open top. But
You might want to bring earplugs for that one bad boy. That's amazing.
I don't know, man. If I'm gonna lose my hearing, I'm gonna do it in style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Metallica 2016. Gosh.
yeah,
Yeah. It's, I can't hear much, but I gotta say, hell of worth it.
yeah,
So worth it.
yeah. Lose my hearing at 18. Might be a little too young. Might kind of ruin my career here. Full sail.
Yeah, for show production, they tell us that your ears is the most important tool, which that makes total sense.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna need these bad boys, but
I mean, I
Me
want to do
being a-
lighting.
Huh?
I want to do lighting. So,
yeah,
do I really need
I
them?
think I'm leaning towards lighting too. I mean,
Hey,
I love audio.
my boy.
I love
I
audio,
love
but
audio too.
I did lighting stuff in high school, and that was so much fun. And I'm stepping into the big boy games now on lighting, and it just reminds me of how much fun I had, and it looks
Yeah.
a whole lot more fun and complex.
Yeah.
I think I'll be down for it.
Yeah, I like a challenge too. I think it's challenging. I don't know.
The thing is,
I'll find out.
I'm a drummer, so I'm already pushing my hearing. So,
You don't wear plugs, right, when you play?
No. Right. So, like I said, I'm already pushing it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't wear plugs when I play guitar. I turn that thing up loud.
yeah.
So I'm
And
with you there on that
If I
boat.
lose, I lose. It sucks, but there's tons of drummers out there. It's
If I lose, I lose.
look, if you're a drummer, it's expected. Okay.
I think that's the
your
wrong
hearing-
response.
Yeah, I mean, especially it's how you play. I mean, if you're a bluegrass drummer, if you're a jazz drummer,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess you can get all right. But anything else,
you're screwed.
yeah, memories and crashes and
Oh, I
in-ear
know.
monitors.
Remember you did that to me at practice the other day. I'm
I
sitting there.
woke you up, didn't
Yeah,
I?
well, I wasn't sleeping. I'm just watching my finger. I'm watching my hands. I'm playing guitar, and
I hit the
Kirby over here
splash.
hit the splash, dude. That scared the hell out of me, man.
Yeah, it's a distinct symbol, but
Oh, especially when it's a
the
foot
main
away.
reason for the splash is to everybody look. That's why it's there.
Is that really the reason?
Yeah, I mean, cool. Granted, it does make a different sound than all the other symbols.
Oh, I like it.
But the main reason they made it was for eye appealing, because that type
Yeah.
of stuff grabs your ears and go, whoa, where was that?
Yeah.
And I think that's why Slipknot, uses yeah. First off, you got 12 dudes on stage, so the drummer's got to do something too, and he uses.
Yeah,
It's
three
not
drummers.
Joey.
No,
you're
it's
right. It's not
oh
Joey,
my God.
but whoever it is.
Great guy, great
Right.
drummer.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Joey's awesome drummer.
Oh,
Stupid,
yeah.
stupid for other reasons, but yeah, whoever it is,
Musically.
they use Splash a lot. Splash and
Oh yeah,
China's, and that's what they do because they're competing with each other. If you ever seen the videos, they fight on stage a lot.
Yeah, it's
like fist
awesome.
to fist. I'm sure that'd be a sight to see it live.
yeah. When I saw them twice so far because I want to see them again. Very very entertaining. Big bang for your buck right there. I paid $20 for a lawn ticket, and
The only thing I wouldn't
crazy.
be into is the mosh pit.
yeah, no, I don't mosh. I never really got the reason for that because I don't go to a concert to.
I get it, but
Push
it's all
people?
testosterone and just energy thrown around.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
I understand, but
But not into getting hit.
yeah, I didn't pay $20 to get hit. You know,
to
I
get
paid 20
jumped by
bucks.
strangers, right?
Yeah, I paid $20 to watch this artist, work their ass off
that's
for the
what I
next
do.
hour and a half.
When I go to see an artist and my parents, they'll be whipping out their cell phones, film it and stuff. Me, I don't even touch my phone.
Yeah, I mean,
I pay attention to the band
do
fully.
sometimes.
Well, I mean,
I don't know, man. You showed me that Garth Brooks
I was
video.
about to say I can't say that I've never done it, but
Yeah,
the majority, like the most recent thing was I saw Foreigner about a month ago, and I didn't touch my phone once.
I don't know, man. I
didn't
remember
really-
getting a picture from you.
You got a picture of the stage setup because we're both show pro.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
I was
all
like,
right,
dude,
fair
check
enough.
out this setup.
Fair enough.
But I didn't take one pic of the actual band because I was so into it. I just love focusing, seeing what every guy's doing. I'm just so intrigued by it.
Yeah.
And I bet if I saw Slipknot, if somebody was like trying to rub on me, trying to like get me to a mosh pit, I may just swing just so they'd leave me alone. I wouldn't even try to get into it.
Yeah, when I saw them at Fort Rock, and that's just they take a field and they put 2 stages, and they're like, all right, perform. So you basically got a field full of drunk people listening to angry music, pushing each other around. So it was kind of hard. I went to the back because I wanted to watch them, but I didn't want to get in the mosh pit because
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that.
That's the perks about it. I mean, if you're gonna
Yeah.
go see Marilyn Manson live, and like if you're in a good seat, chances are you're gonna get trampled or jumped
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, when I saw them again this past summer, I saw them at an amphitheater, and so they have seats.
Yeah.
But I'm a teenager. I don't have that much money, so I got lawn tickets, and me and my friends, we just stayed in the side. No one was near us, and we kind of just kept to ourselves. But we had a great view.
All right,
And
then
so-
good. That's what I would want.
Yeah, wonderful night. Great
When I
night.
went and saw Tyler, it wasn't a mosh, but the members
A
of
wannabe.
Future, which is Tyler's posse and all that, they were hopping into the crowds and all that.
Yeah.
I didn't have to catch anybody, but safe to say there were a couple of times like I kept checking my pants to just make sure my wallet was there.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Tyler
at
was
concerts.
great, but it's stressful. Like
yeah, when you're around, large
Especially-
crowds of people.
that, and Tyler appeals to our age too, so it's idiots our age.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But it's still fun, and I'm glad I got to see him.
Yeah, I love concerts of all types of music. I switched it up one time. I saw Bare Naked Ladies
Oh yeah,
over the summer.
It's
And,
been 1 week since you looked at me.
Chinese chicken, and they were great. They were very entertaining live. The
My
week
mom
before.
says they are. She loves. I think that was the first band my mom saw.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Nice. Yeah, the week before I was at, who did I see? It was Slipknot, and then I go over to Bare Naked Ladies. I'm like, wow, a hell of a difference.
Yeah, for
You
real.
know, like 50. I'm 18, and that's usually kind of like the age group of Slipknot.
Right.
And I have like 70-year-olds over here.
You got like law, government biting, revolting, threatening, bloodthirsty music, and then you got
Chinese chicken.
Chinese chicken. Your brain stops sticking. Like,
Great song.
oh yeah. You gotta give props to the classics. And
Oh, yeah.
The ladies are definitely in there.
Bare naked ladies.
Bare
Kirby.
naked ladies.
Lady.
Which, by the way, where the hell?
I've always asked that. I've never gotten an answer.
Like, you think the manager tried to change this? Like, all right, guys, you got a great sound. I love you, but really, bare naked ladies? Like, you guys are dudes in the front. Like guys, come on. What are we gonna do? And they're like, no,
You're an idiot.
you're an idiot. And like, no, we're not changing it.
No, I mean,
Fun fact.
if
Same thing with ZZ Top.
Mm-hmm.
They got paid. Like, they were gonna get not only like a bonus put down money, but they were also gonna get a better like record deal.
Yeah.
They were asked to do one thing only,
No.
and they refused it. What do you think they asked them to do?
I guess it was the name.
Not the name.
Oh.
To shave their beards.
What? Then it wouldn't be ZZ Top.
Exactly.
It'd be ZZ or just Top. It's not
Just Z Top.
Just Z Top.
Yeah, just
That's
Z-Top.
it. You lose the Z.
Yeah, they were offered like $1 million deal, and they're like, all we gotta do is just get rid of the beards, and they're like, no, that's us.
That's sticking to your guns. $1 million. That's a lot of money.
Hell yeah, man.
I'd love $1 million right now.
That's being true to your roots, right?
Yeah.
there.
I don't know. If somebody asked me to shave, I'd be like, yeah, for $1 million? Okay. I'd do it for $100. Given I don't have much of my face, so it wouldn't be an issue. $100, that's like
I would shave for
that's like 9
$100.
trips to Chipotle, man, dude. That's a lot of food right there.
All right. we got a little bit of time before we sign off, so I'm just gonna ask you a couple more questions before Curbcast pulls us in. Big bands, Johnny Cash is number one,
Yes, sir.
the greatest of great. The question I have for you, I may already know the answer, but if you could play with one artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Wow.
Once again, which kid do you love more?
Which kid do you love more? I mean, every parent has their favorite kid. Jeez.
I know, right?
I'd have to say Johnny Cash.
Johnny, I
I
knew
think
it.
I think it's a pretty easy answer, just because Johnny Cash.
It'd be amazing.
He's a legend.
Wonder how hard that was to even play with Johnny back in the day.
Have you seen the movie Walk the Line? A movie about
Not
him?
yet, but I want to.
That's my favorite movie. I mean, for obvious reasons. Favorite singer, favorite movie. Stars Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon,
Okay.
and they showed him not in his later days of his life, more like the early years. I mean, early to like mid of his career. Great movie, but there was one part of it when he has a TV show, Johnny Cash show, and he's playing, but he's all like doped out, and he's just like yelling at the drummer, like, "Hey, play it right, play it right." He starts kicking things, kicking lights down and stuff. So
Jeez.
I'd reckon,
Yeah, I
When
knew
he's-
drug was a big influence on him.
yeah, when I guess in the early years probably wasn't the easiest thing to play with Johnny Cash, but
Yeah.
I think
He
it's
had
harder
his
now.
own- especially when he was getting older, when he did just a bunch of, like, where he was doing all the instruments and stuff.
Yeah.
Was that called I Walk the Line, the album, whatever? Where he was like, ain't no grave gonna hold me down. Whatever that was, when he shaved his head and all that. Whatever. Anyways, like,
Mm-hmm.
before he croaked, like, his album where he was just nothing but raw Johnny. That's all it was.
yeah. Oh my God, American something.
And
Great.
my mom told me how that was he was into drugs, and just he would sit in studios and just do that for hours and just write
Yeah.
all these songs.
Yeah,
It just sounds bonkers, but pretty cool.
yeah. I think it's kind of harder to play with Johnny Cash right now,
Definitely.
given that he's not alive. So
Yeah, rest in peace, Johnny. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
Rest in paradise. But yeah, if I had to pick anybody, it'd be him. If alive, I'd be between Nickelback and Volbeat. But
I gotta look this Volbeat up. It sounds pretty badass.
I'll say Volbeat just because you can get bad comments on your video saying, well, he likes Nickelback. And
I appreciate the mercy. Then
YouTube's gonna ban you real quick. Like, yeah, we don't like Nickelback fans here. No shame. No shame.
All right.
LOL.
Well, one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Being in
No.
a band. No? Oh,
No, I'm just
all
kidding.
You heard that. Being in a band, which is a big deal to you, and that you
Sure.
enjoy, and that you can hope that you can make it into a professional career.
Mm-hmm.
What is some advice that you can give to the listeners out there? You know, maybe they are in a band that's trying to get somewhere as well. What are some tips that you could give?
Practice.
Practice?
Yeah.
Just
The end.
just practice.
Yeah, I guess it's practice.
What makes it better?
Yeah,
huh?
when you're watching TV, practice. You're listening to music, practice. When you're bored, practice. When you're in the toilet, practice. I mean, it's very few things. I mean, all right, pertaining to the instrument, because I guess you could play drums when you're on the toilet, but I don't think it's recommended. But
Right.
guess it's practice. I mean, a lot of practice goes a long way.
You know, you couldn't say anything better, man. That's what's gonna make you better, and your band or yourself. That's what's gonna make you better at the end of the day.
I'm also a motivational speaker
Well,
on the side, as you can tell. Yeah.
yes, I gotta see the flyers. I gotta find you sometime. Okay, I may need you.
I'm right up front of you.
Oh, thank God.
You don't have to find me.
Thank goodness.
Ocean man.
Take me by the hand.
Lead me
to the land. All right, well, that was Curbcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I know we went a little over on the time. Oh, that's my alarm. Thanks, Dad.
Now we gotta re-record the whole thing.
Oh, no.
Damn it, Kirby.
That was Curbcast. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I appreciate it. That was Denim Forseth, my lead guitarist, and our band Nihili. Be sure to check us out soon. We're going to have some media going in there on the internet. I'll put some links in the description below if I get any time for the little medias. But Denim, thanks for coming to the studio.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. This was a lot of fun. I'll be sure to see you for band practice, and you guys be able to tune in for the next studio.
And we're looking for a new drummer.
Oh. Shots fired. All right. Thank you. This is Kirby Farrell signing off.